Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today, January 25th, the very first video of 2019, because I wanted to have my DVDs and Blu-rays build and finally got enough to warrant a video. But I'm going to be showing a little bit of everything, some books I bought today, and 2 vinyls I got in the last couple of weeks, because I got a record player for Christmas, but I'm only getting like horror soundtracks or sci-fi soundtracks. I don't want to rebuy anything, as tempting as it is. I don't want to rebuy anything that I've already got on CD. So, even though I want to get Labyrinth, but I've already got the soundtrack on CD, so I don't really want to do that. 'Cause I've still got over 250 CDs, so I'll show those first. The first one I got, I was like, oh please, Sunrise Records, please still have this, and they did. And I grabbed Christine, because this is one of my favorite soundtracks, and the vinyl itself is blue. And my favorite track is number 3, Christine Attacks. I love that one. And the one I bought, I think just last week, and it was a little pricey. It was $46.99, but I mean, even to get it online from Amazon.ca, it was only $2 less. So it's like, I'll just get it from Sunrise. And I got the 30th anniversary edition of Hellraiser, and it folds out. Yay. And the record itself, it comes like in its own little slip. And it is red. So. Oh, come on. Oh, you want a stick, don't you? There we go. So we got Christy and Uncle Frank, and then on the back it's that. But yeah, I listened to this when I got home, and I was like, oh. Yeah, there's certain ones I'm looking for for the horror soundtracks on vinyl, but I got 2 that I really want. For the books, we went to a place called the Bookworm, and I was only gonna get 1 book. I ended up leaving with 5. The first 2 I'm gonna show are Doctor Who related, but they're not like the novels. It's the Dalek Handbook and the TARDIS Handbook. This I've been eyeing for a couple of years, but it was so expensive. I paid $9.50 for it. I was like, yay! And I was like, I'm not turning down Doctor Who stuff, so. And found 2 more of the Goosebumps books that I didn't have. Book number 12, Be Careful What You Wish For, which is great because this was supposed to be the next book and I didn't have it. And number 18, Monster Blood 2. And this was the reason why I went down there to get this. Discovery of Witches. I'd never heard of this until I started seeing advertised on Facebook and Twitter. The TV series that's on Shudder. Or, yeah, Shudder. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. It's been a long day. But I want to read the book. I don't have Shudder, unfortunately. And everybody's probably thinking, why not? I was like, because I own half of the stuff that's probably on there. But I wanted to get that because I want to read it. So now let's get on to the movies. The first pickup of the year was Izzy with Chloe Sevigny. I don't know how to say her last name. And Kristen Stewart. So wanted to check that out. And finally grabbed Venom because it wasn't available up here until January 8th, which is stupid because I went to 3 different places that day to try to find it and nothing. My mom watched it. She wasn't exactly impressed with it. I was like, oh no. And went to a place called Willow Video, which is the only video store we have. But they, not only video store, but video games, and they have a whole bunch of old systems and old games. Like I bought my dad Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf because I have a Retron system. So I found Alien Nation for $9.99. And then I found this and I was like, oh hell yeah. The Haunted World of El Superbeasto, which is done by Rob Zombie, so it's like, fuck yeah, $3.99. And I was shocked to find this, even though I haven't seen the first one. I was like, $6.99 for the sequel? Why not? Tales from the Hood 2. Then I know I got these two at Walmart. I got Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. I think that's what it's called. Of course, I got the fucking French version. And of course, ooh. And before anybody asks why I don't have the Steelbook, because the Steelbook is 4K, I am not getting on that bandwagon because the 4Ks are so much fucking money up here. Like, this was $24 for the regular, and then the 4K is almost $10 more, and I'm like, no. And I've got close to 2,900 movies. I don't want to get on that bandwagon. So, then went to, the day I got the Hellraiser vinyl, I was looking in the Blu-rays, because one thing about Sunrise Records is their prices are not really good for the Blu-rays. And for older stuff, like, I love Space Camp, with Kate Capshaw, Leah Thompson, and Joaquin Phoenix. But I'm not paying $37.99 for the Blu-ray. Fuck that. But I found this and I was like, ooh, and it was $21.99. I want to get a lot of the old Hammer horror stuff, and it's with Peter Cushing, and it's called The Blood Beast Terror. And I was just reading the back of it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. I'm gonna get that. And then at Walmart, I found this for only $12.99, so now I've got the whole series on Blu-ray. The Karate Kid Part 3 and the next Karate Kid. They are not anything special, but to me, they are watchable. And I have the others on Blu-ray somewhere, including the remake, which I was so pissed about. It took me 6 years to watch it, and I was so surprised I actually liked it. So, and on DVD, that was only $12.49, so I was like, fuck it. And this was $18. Usually I'd get this on Blu-ray, but I was like, $18, why not? Season 3 of Supergirl. And the next 3 I got from Amazon.ca. This went down from like $34 to $14 or $15.99. Constantine, the complete series. And this finally, I could not find this anywhere at any Best Buy I went to, any Sunrise Records, any Walmart, and it went down to like $14.90 something. I think $99 on Amazon.ca. The Death of Superman, because I do collect these animated ones. I haven't watched all of them yet. 2 of them that I watched I didn't really care for, so they're in the pawn pile. And the price of this finally went down, and that's the Doctor Who Tom Baker Season 1 that has Robot, Ark in Space, The Centauran Experiment, Genesis of the Daleks, and Revenge of the Cybermen. This is these ones are expensive. What is it? Sunrise Records wanted almost $90 for this, and Amazon.ca wanted $79, and then it went down to $41, so I picked it up like that, because they have a new one with Tom Baker, and it's out right now, but it's still a little too high for me. Is one of the seasons, I think the first season Peter Davison, the 5th Doctor, did. And these arrived today. I got a little story to tell about these 3. I bought them from DiaboliqueDVD.com, and then went on Canada Post's website to see when they were arriving, and it said they're in Burnaby, BC, and the items processed 4 days ago, and it never updated, and I was getting pissed, because it shouldn't take 4 days to go from Burnaby to Langley, because when you think of it, it's only like an hour drive. Hello. So I was waiting until today. If they didn't come, I was emailing Canada Post and saying, what the fuck, where the hell's my stuff, dude? But it arrived, and I got 3 movies from their website. The first one I'm so excited for, because it is Death House. I'm so looking forward to this. And they got the sticker covering all the nasty bits. But I got the Cemetery Man, that word I cannot say. Delamore, I think. But it's also known as the Cemetery Man. And I got one of the Blu-rays from the Universal Warner Brothers Archive collection, and I got Horror of Dracula. Yay! And now I want to get Dracula AD 1972, because my second favorite, this one being my first favorite. And this one came from eBay. I got a movie called Red Mist. If any of you have the His Name is Jason documentary, this is one of the trailers they show before that, and I was like, oh, this looks neat. The thing where the dorky kid gets drunk with the tube thing or whatever. You can tell I'm not a drinker because I don't even know what that is. And then he gets so wasted he falls, hits his head, goes into a coma, and one of the girls of the group, who's a nurse or training nurse or whatever, medical student, there we go, injects an experimental serum on him, and now he can actually, in his coma, control other people and all that. I was like, oh, this sounds good. So it's called Red Mist. And that is it. That's all that I've gotten since the beginning of the year. Yeah. Can't wait for my horror packs, even though I don't know if anybody else had this issue, but I had to contact them because the tracking number they gave me for my Blu-rays was saying it was delivered December 11th in Milton or somewhere, Ontario, which is 4 provinces away. And they said it's the right one, but for some reason their system's all screwed up, so they contacted them, and then I checked it this morning, and it's all good. So I don't know if anybody else had that problem, but I'm so looking forward to seeing what January's horror pack brings us. Because now that my money situation's a little bit better, I can get the DVDs again, because I had to cancel. I had canceled initially, and then the money started getting better 2 weeks later, so I was like, I want my DVDs. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of these titles. If any of you have seen Death House, please let me know what you thought of that. I think out of all the movies, the blind buys I got, Death House is the one I'm looking forward to the most, because it's Expendables horror, and it's Kane Hodder, fuck yeah, whom I have loved since I was 8. If you heard that, that was my mom sneezing. So, until the next video, which might be my horror packs whenever they come in, I hope you all have a great weekend, watch a shitload of movies, and of course, as always, like, comment, please subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys.